Hello everyone, I am Conquering History Games and welcome back to part 2 of the Daenerys campaign here in Crusader Kings 2 Game of Thrones. Hold on a second. Music's down a little bit. Tiny bit there. Okay. So, we've got all the intro stuff out of the way. We are now Queen Daenerys Stormborn of Meereen. We have, Stannis is incidentally our heir. So, just to check back in, Stannis did win the war for the Iron Throne, but there are huge amounts of people rising up against him. Doesn't look like there's anybody who's in a particularly big house. So, for example, Tyrion, who's now running Westerlands because Tywin died a natural death, allegedly. He's not at war with anybody. He's just kind of hostile to Euron, who keeps raiding everybody over here and being annoying. But that does not concern us, because we are over here in Slaver's Bay trying to be the Great Emancipator. We have a lot of positions that we have to fill, for example, Hand of the King and so forth, but we're actually going to give it a minute on that, and let's just unpause. Let's let a little bit of time go by here, and because I think everybody is about to go to war with us. Somebody wants to pay a ransom? Sure. Out of prison. Let's get our army also over here to Meereen. Well, that's who Daenerys is with them at the moment. Okay, it would appear that whoa, wow, Calpono is going crazy out here in the Dothraki Sea. Remember, this is Calpono who took the most of the Dothraki with him when friggin' Khal Drogo died. So he's been doing well out here. All right, but we're still just waiting to see if no war. Here we go. The Dothraki Horse Lord Bogo has launched a raid into our lands, but if it's plunder they seek, perhaps we can try to placate them with a tribute. Bogo? Oh, over here. Let's offer them great gifts for a second, just because, again, I'm waiting for something else. So he's going to leave us alone now. It really wasn't much that we paid at all. Weird. I would have thought that a war was going to break out. With all the Slaver Bay cities. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I was waiting for. So Yunkai, the city of Yunkai has taken control of Astapor, and they have now declared the war to enslave Meereen, so they're pissed about how things have gone down. So now we have to slow things down a bit, because if we actually look here at the war, they are not alone. We are currently being attacked by Mantaries. These are basically just other slaver areas. So Tolos, New Geese, Volantis, way out here in the west, and Illyria. So I'm sure more of them are going to join as well. Somebody wants to do a trial by combat. Barristan, please kill this person. Thank you very much. Yeah. So our closest neighbors that we're fighting right now are Yunkai and New Geese. Although Volantis out there is also a problem. For right now, we're just going to take the fight directly to Yunkai. Master Prendalzo Zazik has been found guilty by the gods. We'll just execute him. Beat him to my dragon. If I do this, though, I will become known as cruel, and I might also become known as a torturer. Alright, we'll not do that. We're just going to behead him. Right, but first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go back and we're gonna take Yunkai. We're also gonna try to engage these armies because there's a 5,000 strong army down here. There's also an 8,000 one over there. Looks like they're breaking off. All right, your dragon Drogon is a ravenous beast. He regularly roams the lands of Meereen, gorging on the livestock of the peasants. Hundreds of them have sought audience with you in the past months to protest this. At this, their discontent growing all the while. Okay. So we could say he's a dragon. What do they expect? People are going to be pissed, or we'll offer recompense. It'll cost us a little bit of gold. We have a lot of it. We've got over 1,000 gold right now, and we'll get some piety. I think that's a good trade-off. Now, looks like down here it's mostly light infantry that the Yunkai have. Again, it's probably a bunch of bed slaves that they just gave some spears to. Slavers' War. After their slaughter of the freed men of Astapur, the armies of Yunkai have gathered outside the colored brick walls of Meereen. Beside them stand the legions of New Geese and fighting men from across Slavers' Bay. Only the Lazarene have answered our call for aid, whilst the Second Sons and their captain have betrayed us. I thought him an ally, I thought wrong. I will let my dragons devour him. Jarro has arrived from Karth, pleading that I leave Slavers' Bay, and to entice me to do so, he has offered up 13 warships. Perhaps it is time I leave Slavers' Bay. Westeros will solidify if I don't act quickly, but I cannot leave my children to die. So, we could just abandon it. Well, actually, I think technically we still would have lordship of Meereen, but we'd give it over to Wise Master Grosden II. This guy, we would give him Meereen, and so I guess the implication is that like we would be under him technically. It's a little weird, but basically slavery would be reinstituted here. But then we would start heading west to Westeros, which is quite a mess right now, but it could solidify. But no, I have spared the Yunkai before. I will not make that mistake again. So let's see. If I do this, Daario will fall in love with me. The Stormcrows will join us in the defensive war. Alright, so if we look here, I think if we go to relations, yeah. So now, in addition to Eerie being my lover, so is Captain Daario. So we're banging. But wait a minute, if Daario's here, and over here... Boy, my mouse is just screwing up all day. And then how can Euron be here? They're the same person. Doesn't make any sense at all. Alright, but seriously, back to Slavers' Bay. We could call for a coronation, and in fact, I think I will do that. Although, no, we can't do that because we're not at peace. So afterwards, but again, we're prioritizing attacking Yunkai, and actually we probably should prioritize destroying their armies first. We gotta at least take out a couple of these, because remember, Volantis has also raised arms against us as well, so they're gonna have thousands of people who are gonna come this way eventually too. The death of freedmen and Unsullied continues to grow nightly, as several former freed slave women have been raped by the Sons of the Harpies before having their throats slit open. I had taken the children of several Meereenese families of dubious loyalty as cupbearers in name, but hostages in truth, in hopes that it would stop the killing. The killings only continue, though. So I consulted with somebody who is a big Daenerys fan, and actually got a second opinion as well, and was told to not harm the innocent children. That's going to hurt my prestige, minus 2,000, but minus 200 I meant, but we're not going to become ruthless or anything. Alright. Now, the Sun's son. Another freedman died last night. The Sons of the Harpies strike again. These damned guerrilla fighters will destroy my army through attrition, if nothing else. Not even the hostages I have taken have made them stop. The Meereenese princess has put a plan in place to stop the killings, however, urging me to marry a noble of the city to bring peace. This would seem the wisest course of action, but Quentyn Martell now stands before me, speaking of a pact William Darry made with the Martells after the death of Rhaegar. I can't let my soldiers die, but the Martells are staunch allies to the Targaryens. Both of these choices are undesirable, for Daario holds the key to my... Yeah, the 39-year-old. But Aegon the Unlikely married for love, and the whole realm bled for it. What can I do? So I can say we cannot let more people die. These are my children. And I'll get prestige and a bunch of gold by doing this marriage, and basically a lot of the Lord Freeholders will like me much more, at least for the next 5 years. Or... we can say Westeros is where my conquest lies, so a Westerosi consort is needed, and I will marry him matrilineally. So our children would be Targaryens, even though he's a man. So it would, it's not like I'm cutting off the lineage. Bloodline of Nemirios Martell. Anyway, we're gonna, you know, I just don't think Dorne brings enough to the table. Plus, I think there's an event, an interesting event, let's say, if we don't marry Quentyn. So, or some other events that'll happen. So these are my children. I'm going to marry somebody local. I'm doing it. I'm marrying this 67-year-old man now for the sake of the country, for the sake of the people. And Let's see, what have we got here? What kind of terrain is this? They're hills. Okay, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna try to take out this 10,000 stack army. They got 2,500 in reinforcements coming. Oh, dang it, they got away. Actually, this is good because then now we can isolate this 1,400 strong. Nope, they're gone as well. The games begin. My husband of convenience has won me peace with the Yunkish, but I have been forced to cease my wars of liberation. Such must I do to protect my children and reclaim my birthright from the usurper's line. At the gladiatorial games held in celebration of the wedding, my husband presses upon me a dish of fried locusts, a local delicacy. The bloodshed has robbed me of my appetite, however. As the afternoon draws on, the pit floor is soaked by the blood of beast and man alike. After one particularly gruesome spectacle, I am tempted to leave, but with a cry, a winged monstrosity comes crashing down upon the sand. My Drogon! Many attempt to kill him, but I shall not allow them to rob me of one of my children. Running out into the sand, I wonder, will he know me? Will these men listen? I am the blood of the dragon. So I get prestige, and I'm now officially a dragon rider. And I have now tamed a dragon, but I'm also missing. Nobody knows where I'm at now. So, a new ambition real quick. Winning the war is a nice, easy one to get, but it just... It only gives 10 prestige. Actually, this should be interesting. Let's try to find an ancient Valyrian steel blade. I don't know if this activates a mission or not, but let's try to do that. That'll be cool. And I might just give it to somebody instead of holding it personally. I have a dragon. I don't need a sword. Anyway. Alright, we might be able to isolate. Yes! We caught them with their pants down. Alright. Take out a few thousand men here. Cool, so we only lost 48 men and killed 3,700. Good, 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 good. Let's try to hit these ones on Slaver's Road. No, I think both of these are now moving into the no man's land south of Meereen. So are some from the north of the Meereen. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to charge into this, and hopefully we can take them out piece by piece. We also need somebody else here because Daenerys is missing. You know, Drogon just took off. So we'll have Jogo. So we have our 3 Dothraki captains here. Right. I think we'll be fine. We've also broken off our affair with Eerie, so our only lover at the moment should be Dario. The sea. Drogon has carried me to his lair in the bleak Dothraki Sea. I must return to my children, to Meereen. Wandering through the plain, I come across a stream and trip. I feel so ill, bleeding between my legs. It has been so long. To go north, I must journey south. To reach the west, I must go east. To go forward, I must go back. And to touch the light, I must pass beneath the shadow. The seas must burn. So I've gotten my... I should be fertile again now. Because of that. The books where she either has her period or she goes through a miscarriage, but either way it seems, although if it's a miscarriage that means it's significantly harder. I mean, she can't have kids anymore. I don't know. Wait a second. Your Grace Stannis Baratheon has been defeated. His reign of misrule has come to an end and stability has been brought to King's Landing. Queen Sherian Baratheon, his heir, shall henceforth rule the Iron Throne as your queen. Okay, not my queen, but... Alright, I guess Stannis was thrown in prison. Whose prison is he in? Lord Eldon of Cape Wrath. So, wow, even though it was a bunch of minor lords, I guess it was too much for Stannis, but Sherian is still on chop, and this is the one who rebelled against her. So basically she's become a puppet. She also ended up marrying Edric Storm. Which is, you know, that's pretty much the only person who will marry her, the way the game's set up. Alright, anyway, trying to... What are they doing? They all froze, you see? Aha! Check this out. This is a horrible mistake they've just made. So we've got all these multi-thousand man armies all around us, including one besieging Meereen. But I'm on the interior lines, which means I get to decide who I attack. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to split this in half. Aegon, Jogo, and Rocco... Here, they're going to keep, they have some of the Unsullied here. Actually, the Unsullied are here. So let's, where's Grey Worm? Grey Worm! You are now a commander. I don't know why he wasn't one already. And, Barristan Selmy, you are also going to be a commander. Or am I not? Oh, am I no longer able to, have I used up all my commander slots? Here we go. Jogo, Rhaego. Okay, yeah, this guy. Maron Blackmont, you are hereby relieved. And we gotta get... Where is he? Barristan the Based. Okay, this might be easier. Here we go. Barristan, you are now a commander. And where's Hero as well? Make Missandei a commander. How would that be? Now, here we go. Hero. So let's come back over here. My commanders: Grey Worm, Aegon, Jogo, Barristan, Rocco, and this guy. This guy's a freeholder. You are hereby relieved. Your hero, the Astapori, you are a commander now. Okay, fantastic. So, what we're going to do now, moving back here. So, the Unsullied are here. So, we're going to have Grey Worm. We'll have Grey Worm and Barristan take control here. And then the Meereenese army, this is where the Dothraki are. There's more Unsullied here too, but there's a few Dothraki. Aegon, Rocco, and Jogo. So we've got our Dothraki in charge of the Dothraki, Unsullied in charge of the Unsullied. We're gonna split it, and you go this way. Grey Worm, you're gonna go up here, down here to Vadhadan, and then pivot back to Meereen to get on the defensive. Kaljago, I must eat. How long has it been? Ahead, I spy a Dothraki scout. Drogon, I cry, to me! The great black beast swoops low and wreathes both rider and horse in a blaze of dark flame. As I share in the spoils of the hunt with my child, I hear the sound of hooves approach. It is the traitorous Kaljako, once co to my sun and stars, and 50 of his outriders. I promise his death will be long and cruel. I like this art, by the way, with not so much the face of Drogon, but I like this. I like the you know, like she's a bit ragged, and you see the horse here, which they're gonna eat. There's more good than bad in this art. Okay, so Dracarys, we are no longer missing. Jogo has been presumably killed, and we are now gonna get 3 4,000-man regiments, non-reinforcing, maintenance-free. So basically, we have just taken control of these Dothraki up here in the north. We will put Hero in charge of them. Now, where's Daenerys as well? We'll move her south. Actually, no, not directly to Meereen. Over here, we gotta take out these this army from Tolos, which is this city right here. Okay, the sun rises in the west and sets. I return to Meereen upon Drogon's back. Jaqos Khalasar, no, my Khalasar, close behind. With their aid, I shall wipe the slavers from this land and take back my birthright. But Skahaz stands accused of my attempted murder. And worse yet, the sweet fool Quentin Martell has unleashed 2 of my dragons, burning to death in the process. So we are now divorced, and Quentin died. It was technically a courtier of ours. Oh, you can hear the screaming, can you? I hope you guys can hear the screaming. We were unmarried. We could get married to somebody out in Westeros. That's interesting. We can betroth ourselves to Robert of the Vale over here. That would be kind of interesting. What the heck is going on? Wow, it looks like Lord Hoster has actually become independent, as well as Rob the Young Wolf. So this is interesting because, okay, Hoster's heir right now, Edmure died. He drank himself to death. Wow. Okay, but it looks like he managed to have another kid. He got... What the heck is going on here? Okay, hold on. So old man Hoster Tully, this is Catelyn, Lysa, and Edmure's dad. Somewhere along the way, he got married to Marjorie, and they had a child together, Lord Stevron. Looks like a riverman. He's got the red hair and blue eyes. Okay, so she probably didn't cheat. That's interesting. So he is the current heir. Okay, but otherwise, I was going to say, I wonder, like, if Edmure is dead, then it would pass down through the daughters, so there was a chance that Robb would have inherited the Riverlands. What else is going on out here? Tyrion has become independent as well. The Iron Islands have been independent. And so is the Reach. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that Stannis became king. It pissed people off. They broke away. Somebody took him prisoner. And then Sharon ended up inheriting the throne. And the Reach, the Westerlands, the Trident, and the North just all said, we don't want to be a part of this anymore. That is really interesting. Let's just check what's going on down here in Dorne. So the Dornish are still loyal on paper to Shireen, but that's so interesting. Love how things play out sometimes, these paths that things take. Alright, so anyway, we still have a war to fight. So what we're going to do, instead of going directly for Meereen, we're going to try to take out the army of Tolos here. So we have 3 significant armies in the field. We're taking out the army of Grazdan as well, making really easy work of them. We took a few more casualties than we normally would have. Let's now whip this way. We're going to try and reinforce these guys. But look at that. We've only got 7,300 men in the field, and we're defeating these 18,000. Excellent. We have tidings from Rahesh Koi, where Hero and Makwo met as enemies in a duel. They fought each other fiercely, but Hero prevailed in the end, forcing Makwo to yield and handing them over to you as a prisoner. Okay, so we took an enemy commander prisoner. Victory, victory. We got some enemies. Now we got to come over here because there's 2,400 men coming this way and another. Let's actually stay here. Hold these hills. Hold these hills right here. Wow, we actually have an ally. It looks like the army of Lord Drogo and a Kosarak army. I don't know who these guys are and why they joined in. Okay, so these people here, oh right, the Lazarians. So these are like the peaceful people, but they joined in. So this right here, they're fighting with us, and this is their army, which is currently being trounced. So not much help at all. Okay, the Battle of the Demon Road. The campaign has been easy picking. Swinging my sword through the terrain is a pleasure. My fellow soldiers are equally jovial, surrounded by the blood of our Tolosi enemies and the cries of battle. Look! Enemy commander Melemar is hiding. Someone suddenly shouts, pointing off in the distance. Okay, so I can engage him in battle. I think that would be a horrible idea. Oh, then again, he's only got a 10 personal combat skill. His emblem is a mouse! Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm going to do something crazy here. Even though I have a dragon, I'm going to face him in one-on-one combat. I'm allowed to do this because I'm considered brave. You turn to face Master Meliar, and he breaks his charge and flees. You pursue but lose track of him in the chaos. That's right, coward. Run back to Tolos. Troops get a 10% boost in morale. That was awesome. That's cool. Alright. Battle of the Demon Road is done. Okay, so now we're gonna... What's the best way to do this? We have to take the fight to the Yunkai. We have to take Yunkai back and liberate it, and maybe Astapor as well. So, we'll leave the Lambs, who I guess managed to survive that battle after all, here. We're gonna bring together the armies of Grey Worm. Barristan, you're gonna lead the center. These guys are fleeing. These guys are fleeing. Let's come up here to Kaizazi Pass and take them out. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna try to have Barristan himself engage with the enemy armies, keep them off our backs, while Daenerys goes forward to the free cities with her Dothraki. This is basically all Dothraki here, and she's gonna lay siege to them. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, how are you supposed to lay siege if you just have horses and no siege equipment? Well, I'll show you in just a minute. Somebody wants to pay me a ransom? Go for it. Oh, Stannis just died. He died in the dungeons. Probably weren't feeding him. Poor Stannis. You hate to see it happen. Go check out my Stannis Baratheon campaign. Alright, cool. Quick battle of the Iron Pyramid. Now, check this out. So we are outside the gates of Yunkai. Because we are now a dragon rider, we can deploy the dragon in the siege. Your enemies think they are safe on the other side of rock and mortar. Do the fools truly believe such petty defenses can hold back your fire? So whenever you do this, the defending troops will take 25% losses and 25% less morale. Morale's kind of the more important thing. Drogon will also get more prestige. Now, the reason I'm not doing this constantly, well, one of the reasons, is there's a 5% chance that Drogon could become maimed, in which case we can't use him anymore. And there's a 10% chance that he'll become wounded. If he's wounded, it's not so bad, because he'll eventually heal, but it still sucks. Alright, so... Dracarys. Alright. Alright, we went up here as well. Cool. So we're just sending all of these guys running for the hills. There's another big army from Hearth. As well as this is the main Yunkai army. So many slavers to kill, so little time. Did I not do this correctly? What's going on? Okay, we'll deploy him again. Dracarys, I say! Dracarys! There we go. I guess I must have misclicked something. Alright, Your Grace, I am pleased to report the successful siege of Yunkai. I love this detail that he's wearing the unsullied armor. Wise Master Grazdan Kagaz could not be found, however. So we'll just take into house arrest. This is, I think, his wife. Yeah, so we captured his wife. We'll just put her under house arrest. It's not her fault. Her husband's a bastard. Okay, Jesus. Now the army of Volantis has arrived, and I think that they've got elephants. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here and prioritize Astapor, or should I stay here and, you know, take all of the pyramids and stuff? Maybe. But all right, here's what we'll do. Barristan, you're too far out of position. You have to come back and defend Meereen. Oh, looks like somebody else has joined in the fight on our side. Moscow. Moscow? Am I reading that right? Kal Moscow. Who is that? Oh, this guy. Okay, yeah. So this Kal has joined in on our side, it seems. Pono is getting huge. He's attacking Kal Zolo. He's moving south. Right. Now, the way this timing might work out is we might encounter this army of Karth and Yunkai again when we get to the pass. We could deploy Drogo again, and I think we're gonna have to. Yeah, there's way too many troops in there. Kadis. Alright, so that did something. At least they don't outnumber us anymore. Alright, once again, making short work of the Karthian army. I don't know how strong Volantis is going to be. I think Volantis actually has a decent... Yeah, you see, they got almost 3,000 heavy infantry available here. And 3,000 archers. So we got to get to Meereen so we can... Hopefully we'll get there first so we can use the river defensively. Let's just do one more. Okay, I'm getting good dice rolls so far. Not quite. Alright, cool. We have Meereen protected. Army of Pureborn Cybasian. Alright, Barristan, you have to hold the city. What is this? The blood of Aenar Targaryen flows through my veins. So this is our very distant ancestor who was Aegon the Conqueror's grandfather. Wait, no. Let me go further. It's through Aerys here. Wait, how do I get to the... I'm looking at the Targaryen family tree. Balon, Daemon, Aerion. I'm trying to remember how far back I gotta go. Okay, yeah, so here's Aegon. So we are descended from this guy's grandfather. So the one who we're descended from is Aegon's great grandfather, right? So we are of his blood. Since the days he walked the earth, we have abandoned our old Valyrian faith, though I do see the merit in the ways that helped shape such a legend. We were once like them, we should not judge such ways. Or we could say, no, the old ways long in the past. So this is not a religious conversion, I'm still Faith of the Seven, but by saying we were once like them, we should not judge their ways, we will gain sympathy for the Valyrian faith. Alright, I guess that's harmless. Alright, so this Volantin army is getting freaking huge. It's going 3% every 12 days. Oh, geez. I think I gotta do it. Siege of the Demon Road. Okay, so they've taken the Demon Road to the west. Gotta keep using Drogon. How did our points go down? We lost control of the Demon Road. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I think they're not moving, so here's what we're gonna do instead. We're going to are we fighting Pono now too? I think Barristan's gonna have to go on the offensive here, and also I think I haven't even called up some of the local levies. It isn't much. There's no reason why I shouldn't. Yeah, it's like 3,000 more men we can use. There's no reason not to use it. Damn, why is my morale so low? History is a subject that has always fascinated you, and you have spent the last few weeks studying the campaigns of the Valyrian Freehold. There are many lessons to be learned from their conquest against the old Giscari Empire. I should devote more time to studying this. Cool. I'm not going to deploy Drogon again. I'm doing it too much already. Okay. Oh, dang it. We accidentally... What is this? The army of Tolos that was left over attacked us here at Malachi. We have some claims we can press. That's interesting. But we're already at war, so we're not going to do that. These guys are going to try and relieve the siege. I predict this is going to go horribly for them. No, they went north. They're in no man's land now. Okay. They're surrounding Meereen slowly. Okay, siege of the Yellow Pyramid has gone well. We are slowly suffering from attrition, though. What are we going to do here? I think we need to... Let's go to Ostapur. We gotta... Let's take this. Now, they've got a few thousand men there. We're also going to pick it up to 4 speed. Oh, nice! We ran into an army down here and just killed 5,000 of them. That's great. That's also the problem with playing too fast. So let's go back down to 3 speed. There's another smaller army here from New Geese. They're just coming from everywhere! Damn! I'll give... You know what? Let no one ever disparage the courage of the Khosrak. These guys have been running all over the place. Oh no! News from the Battle of Slaver's Road. Your courtier hero has been slayed. He was killed in direct single combat by the enemy commander Aegon. What? But he's my commander. What, did they get into a tiff or something? You kidding me? All right, it's fine. Let's get... Okay, who's up here? Jogo, Rako, Barristan. Let's get Grey Worm over here. Help us out. Take Ostapur. They're trying to counter siege me up here. I only left 49 people defending Yunkai. That was smart. Gotta move quickly then. Kadis. I'm unmarried and pregnant. The fates have cursed me. Uh-oh. Dario. I really can't afford to be pregnant right now. Okay. I could take Moon Tea, but for a year I'm going to be less fertile and my health will be worse. Oh boy, I'm about to trigger some people. I'm taking the Moon Tea. I can't afford to have Dario's kid. Alright, so anyway. With these... What is this? Great Queen Daenerys, I and a powerful group of loyalists have presented an ultimatum to Queen Shireen of the Iron Throne, demanding she ends her reign of misrule and abdicate in favor of yourself. Wish us luck. What? What? Look at that. They've been hearing of my deeds, and Lord Casper Wilde of Rainhouse, he has decided, you know what? She's pretty awesome. Oh, it looks like Mace ended up coming back into the fold. Wonder what that was all about. See, good things happen to good people. If you think of that Say Anything song, you know, they say good things only happen to good people. Well, I guess that's why I worry. Alright, that should be enough to take Ostapur. Not quite. Hold on a second. Faith Militant has been restored. The Faith of the Seven and the High Septon historically had 2 military orders, collectively known as the Faith Militant, to call upon in defense of the faith. The warrior sons were made up of fanatical knights, many from noble families, who had vowed to fight enemies of the faith. The Poor Fellows was the more humble order made up of common folk and women. These lightly armed footmen protected the pilgrims of Westeros on their travels. Now the High Septon has acquired enough authority to restore the Faith Militant once more. Noble knights are flocking to join the warrior sons. Small folk are joining the Poor Fellows in their hundreds. The faith is now truly a force to be reckoned with. Okay, that doesn't really concern me. Damn it, they're besieging a lot of... This is like the Byzantine Sassanid wars going on right now. Okay, we have to go take out this army before they retake Yunkai. We're just running back and forth, and we're gonna have to... Alright, here's what we gotta do. We know that the army of Karth is weak. I don't know about the army of Volantis, but if we could just destroy these smaller ones while they're isolated, we might be able to make something happen. Now we're also getting raided. But I was gonna say, this is like the wars of the Byzantines and the Sassanids, where the emperor of the Byzantines went deep into Persian territory in order to, and you know, took their land in order to force an end to the war, even though his own land was being invaded. Cool, we got another sweet prisoner. Wow, did we just defeat the Volantans? No. Where did they go? No, they're here to the north. They're coming in! Okay. Meanwhile, okay, stay here. Where are these guys going? They're going to Vale. Let's try to meet them there. Alright, the Volantans have attacked us, and wow, they gave us a run for their money, but still, that looked to be a pretty easy win overall. Fantastic. Okay, we have Yunkai and Astapor back under our control. I don't know if I'm going to have to end up going out to, your enemy... Anyway, to Volantis and take one of those. We could deploy our dragon in this battle, but we've got it won anyway. We have to be careful. Drogon's the only dragon we have right now. Because, nobody even knows where Rhaegal is right now, or Viserys, I think. Okay, now I think what we could do is if we could just... There's the temple at Yunkai. I think if we take that, combined with getting back control of the areas we've lost, we should be okay. Just need to win a few more battles. One of my captives was set free. If we were to... Let's just check here. If we win this battle, we win this. Okay, got it. I don't know where he's at. Catch the leader of the Yunkai. There are many legends about the great man whose blood I share. A particular story has been circulating in court lately. It focuses on an epic feat where Aegon proved his strength of character. The more I hear, the more I wish to emulate him. No, I don't want to become a craven. I make my own fate. No fate, but leave me. Let's go take control of the King's Road again. And now we will deploy our dragon. Again, in the siege. Draconis. Oh, I don't need to do that. I could just bum rush the temple. Okay, that puts us at 76. That was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna rush this. Take the demon road back. Okay, that gets us up to 86. 89. Still thousands of them out there fighting me. Let's come up here to Malkai. Try to take this back. Now here is a good opportunity to use dragon. Goddess. Got it, flaunt it. Okay, losing 10% every few days. Extra long episode for y'all. Liberation. Their armies are getting smaller. After many months studying the campaigns of the Valyrian Freehold, you have acquired many fascinating insights and gained new wisdom in military matters. You realize that the art of war might well be worth studying. Our martial and stewardship continues to rise. We're up to 23 martial. That's crazy. That's excellent, excellent stuff. So I think a combination of taking back Malkai and we're about to take the city of the Plaza of Ambition. Looks like Yunkai has a new master. They just elected somebody new, I guess, because the other guy was a loser. Your Grace, we have taken the Plaza of Ambition. He was not here. Sorry about that. There's like an ambulance going by outside. Okay, that's it. We've got the war. So, enforce our demands. Wise Master Gorzak will lose 200 prestige. We will get 444 gold. All lands held in the name of Wise Master Gorzak, which are legally part of Queen Daenerys' realm, are returned, and we will get 183.53 prestige off of this. We have won! Okay. Great. Okay, this is not our concern, this stuff. So we just usurped a ton of titles. Let's move this over here so I don't accidentally click it. Alright, and there it is! This is all ours now. We're gonna personally own all of it. Okay, awesome. Wow, Edric, that is quite a beard for a 16-year-old. So, anyway, that I think was enough for today's episode. I will read this out though. Breaking of chains, they called themselves wise masters. I call them fools for defying me. I returned to Meereen with Drogon and my new Khalasar and crushed the Yunkish host. Despite my victory, Yunkai remains the greatest threat to my freedmen, so I now prepare to march upon that accursed place, but we already beat it. Then on to Astapor and any other city that refuses to bend the knee and break the chains. I will not rest until the East is liberated. They call me mother. It is my duty to free them. So, I guess that plot to put me on the Iron Throne didn't work out, whatever the hell that was. Well, they're fighting somebody. Ah, okay, so this guy, Rainhouse here? Wait, just a minute. Okay, this dude here, okay, so he is leading a rebellion, presumably, yeah, he's revolting against Queen Shireen's rule because he wants me. I'm not really in a position to help him right now, and I did not ask him to do this. So, what we're gonna do now is, we have a few options. We could basically attack the different people who attacked me. So we can go after New Geese here in the south. We could declare war on Volantis to the west. We can go after Lys and Tyrosh, and we can also go after Mir. I will probably attack them all at some point, and I'm leaning towards New Geese. I'll have to see how I'm feeling in the next episode. So, thank you very much for joining me. I am Conquering History Games, and you be sure to have yourself a wonderful day. Goodbye.